What is up, Retromaniacs? My name is Mike. His name's EP. His name's Joe. We're not here to give you one. We're not here to give you two. We're here to give you 3 cards you need for your retro PC. My card this week, okay, I have this card. It's not the best condition card you're ever going to see, but it's mine. And I got it for free. So you can't beat free, right? My card is the 1990 Sports Illustrated for Kids, Series 1, card number 152. We all know what that is, right? Of course, it's Tony Hawk. Look at him right there. Look at that top of that card. It's got a little bit of an issue going on there. Somebody must not have known what they were doing when they ripped that. I don't know how they did that, if we're being completely honest. But maybe they were hungry. Maybe they ripped a little bit off to have a snack later. I don't know. But that's my card this week. Look, nice version right there. This card, of course, you know, Tony Hawk's first card. I love guys like Tony Hawk, Travis Pastrana, Rob Dyrdek. All these guys are heroes to me, heroes to my kids too, and that's why I love collecting these guys. But his first card, Tony Hawk, everybody knows Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Even if they didn't watch skating, they played the game at some point. So Tony's still around doing like old people like supplement commercials now. So he's just getting it from the beginning right to the end. You gotta love Tony. He's a good guy. This card is actually like, now, not my card per se, but this card runs usually $15 to $30 raw. You can find better condition ones than maybe the one I have here. But again, this is my card. I love it. Look at it. I love it. Free. If you get into PSA graded, just don't. They get way up there. For an example, last PSA 8 sold for $255. So we don't need to be messing around with that stuff. Buy a nice raw one. You can get really nice looking raw ones in that 15 to 30 range. A little bit nicer ones usually tend to go in the 25, 30 range. Maybe ones that have a little bit more where somebody tried to cut them, maybe not quite right. They didn't rip them quite right, you know, like sometimes happens. That's on the lower end of that. Yep, that's my card though.
It sounds to me like there's a good investment opportunity here. You just buy like 10 or 20 of the raw ones, send them in, get them back at 6.5 and sell them for $100. I mean, that sounds like a win, a huge win for us.
Let's buy thousands of them.
Right. Joking aside, you listed off a bunch of those extreme sport athletes. Like he is the OG. He's the number one, right? He's the guy. He's like the god among those people. So I love this card. I love the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games. Was never much of a skater myself, but I do love those games. I respect him as the as I said, the OG, like the dude. And the Sports Illustrated for Kids card for that price, I thought it'd be more than that. Like that seems like $15 sounds like cheap for that kind of card. It's kind of a card that I probably should try to find one of myself. Really cool.
So you said Tony Hawk, everyone knows Tony Hawk, which ironically, there's this big online thing. Have you guys seen this where people come up to him at like airports?
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh my God, you look like Tony Hawk. Like, that's a thing. Like, they don't know it's Tony Hawk. And like, he's like leaned into that. I believe that's like part of his social media strategy.
That's
too.
awesome.
People actually coming up to him and saying, you look like someone. I think you look like Tony Hawk. It's fantastic. He is an OG. Sports Illustrated for Kids. I mean, the Wizards need to tell us how they grade those because they're perforated edges. Like, you want to say it's just, you know, whatever the graders feeling that day. Perforated cards may be the ultimate, whatever the grader is feeling that day. So I wouldn't trust an 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever. Just get a nice raw copy, put it into a one touch or something. Yeah, that's the way to go.
I think they also don't they like ding them if they're actually cut, like trimmed with scissors, like if they're not actually torn out. I think
they need to be trimmed, like torn out,
right,
technically.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the perforated ones have to be torn out and other ones can be cut if they're not perforated. But I don't know. Somebody that has Ryan Hogan sometime or Nat Turner, ask them that. Ask them things people want to know instead of the same things everybody else asks.
Yeah.
But whatever. All righty, P. What do you have for us this week?
Well, I have a card that is it's a base card of a player who probably isn't going to be collected by a lot of people, but it's an important player to me. And I'll go over the set and the card itself. But it's Jamal Anderson. This is from the 1997 Skybot or 1997 Collector's Edge Excalibur set. It's got a foil dragon on there, pretty cool. Dragons are the coolest mythical creatures that have ever existed, in my opinion. This is card number 5. You can get it for like 65 cents, 75 cents. I got a Barry Sanders for 65 cents on ComC, so they're not super expensive. But there's only 4 of these listed on eBay. The Jamal Anderson's listed on eBay, and I don't think they probably produced a ton of this. And I haven't seen all the lots I bought, all the boxes I've gone through. I've never seen too many of these, if I've seen any of these with the dragon on it. So it's pretty cool. And again, they're super cheap. And I think they're relatively limited. And it's got a really cool checklist. I think it's like 200-ish cards. No rookies in the set, so no Tiki Barber, unfortunately. But there's a lot of Hall of Famers in there, of course. Really cool set. And I love it. I think it's great. And I would recommend just picking up a couple of your favorite players.
Are you looking for a Excalibur dealer gift number 2 card? I just happen to have one laying around.
When you were talking about that before we started recording, I was like, wait, what's your Excalibur? This is gonna be great.
That would be synergy right there.
Yeah.
I love Collector's Edge Excalibur. I was telling you, I sold a whole box of it in my pack stack sales. I was so happy with my followers on there that they bought that, because I have such good memories of that product. You guys, I don't know if you remember or not, but I bought direct from Collector's Edge back in those early to mid 90s. I didn't buy a lot direct because it was kind of hard. You couldn't get in with Upper Deck at all. They were too hoity-toity to let commoners buy from them. Tops, you had to.
Well, that sounds familiar, by the way. Doesn't that sound familiar?
Yeah. Tops, you had to buy everything from, and there was just
also
no way.
Sounds familiar.
Also sounds familiar. Yeah, a lot of things haven't changed other than the price you're paying for it. But so I bought from Playoff. I bought from Action Pact. I bought from Collector's Edge, bought from Pinnacle too, they were a great company. But yeah, I remember getting a case of Excalibur, and I got the dealer letters to give out to people because you could spell out Excalibur. Yeah, I want to go back. I want to open that case up and sell it again at my shop, because Excalibur just brings a smile to my face.
Yeah, one of my favorite Tom Brady rookie cards is Collector's Edge. I mean, not specifically Excalibur, obviously, but Collector's Edge. So what a great company. I think they ended in 2000. Like whatever's sold now as Collector's Edge is not the same company. I know they have, there's like a Collector's Edge repack or something that you can get at like Walgreens, like stuff like that. That's not the same company. It's a different thing. But yeah, Collector's Edge Excalibur, really good. I'm not going to talk about Jamal Anderson because I'm going to talk about why he's one of your favorite players coming up with my card.
All right.
In a weird way. But yeah, I mean, great card. Very EP card too.
Yeah, that is totally an EP card. Or a Tyler Simmons card. I don't know, one or the other. Yeah. So Joe, what do you have for us?
All right. I'm going to pull back the curtain here a little bit. This is not Friday. Today is not. Usually it is. Today it's not. Today it's June 1st when we're recording. And it's a big day for us, boys. You know why June 1st is a big day?
I don't know. Keepers
are due in the Mike's Upper Deck Fantasy Football League.
Wait, are you sure? Today. I haven't gotten an email from
the commissioner is slacking on the email, but so I'm like, I am going to do a fantasy football related card, and I got to go with one of my all-time favorites. I'm going 1991 score Dream Team, Warren Moon. Warren Moon in our mythos of our Mike's Upper Deck mythos. He is the general manager of the Berlin Bombers, one of the original. We are all 3 original team owners all the way back from 1996. Warren Moon, always one of my favorite players. Love this card. I believe EP might have gifted this one to me. But yeah, the Dream Team, it was an actual part of the set, so it wasn't a subset. But apparently there are Dream Team autos that are numbered to 500, and Warren Moon does have one, but they're not. There's none on eBay. Hasn't sold one in the last 3 years. So if anyone knows anything about that, let me know. But yeah, there we go. According to TCDB, there is out of 500. There's like 10 players that they did autos for. Autos on the front of the card though, which 91. That's mind blowing. But yeah, I love this card. It's got the close up of the face, and then you got the action pose. I've always been a fan of those. Sports, non-sports, whenever they do that, I'm always a big fan. You can pick this card up. There's one on auction. It's ending in a few days. 19 cents so far. So, keep an eye out for that one if you're really, really interested. But yeah, you can pick this up, probably ship for less than $2. But yeah, just a fun card, black background. Don't buy a PSA graded one. Why would you? All right. But yeah, there it is. That's my card. Warren Moon, League One Berlin Bombers general manager, right there. Jamal Anderson, one of EP's all-time favorite fantasy football players from that team, from his League One team as well. So I figured I'd go theme this week, fantasy football.
No, very cool. Yeah, Warren Moon got a really cool card also in the 97 Excalibur. A close up of him at the line in his Vikings uniform, but then the back has
I was going to ask if it was a Seahawks uniform because I'd make you pull that for me. Yeah.
No. But yeah, I mean, Warren Moon, obviously we talked about him. He was somebody I used on an NFL Pro, whatever the NFL game was for like the original NES. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks to use with the Oilers. Very, very cool card, or a very, very cool player. And then those cards are, I mean, we talk about those cards are part of the set, but those are all like insert cards. Like all the subset cards are so cool from that year, I believe.
You had a chance to get it autographed. You were right there. Warren Moon was signing at the National, and you were there, and you didn't get it signed.
That wouldn't be the card I would get autographed. That's one of my favorites, but it's not my favorite Warren Moon card, so I wouldn't get that one autographed. But he's the general manager of the Bombers. I don't need to wait in line to get an autograph. I can just call him up. Warren, baby, come on, give me some autos.
Definitely. All right, guys, those were 3 great choices this week, because that's all we give you. Great choices. You're welcome. That's all we got. See you next week, guys. Take care.
See you, boys.
See ya.